How to rank in Google Maps in 2019. In this video session, I'm going to share with you additional insights for ranking your local business in Google and Google Maps. Now, the reason I say Google and Google Maps is that to be able to rank in either one, you need to follow Google guidelines. And definitely do not follow the how-to videos on YouTube regarding how to rank in Google Maps in 2019 and so on. Because most of them are showing you techniques that is actually against Google guidelines. Such as, you know what, go and get 20 Google Maps citations to rank higher on Google. Some videos on YouTube provide silly information such as that. Don't follow that. That's why I'm creating this video on top of Google local business ranking related videos on RankYa YouTube channel, okay? So let's follow through and we'll see and focus on what is really important. Google My Business is a free tool for your business. And because Google owns it and makes it available for you, you must use it. When I say must, if you want to rank in Google, you need to use it for your local business. When you do, take your time, spend that 10 minutes, half an hour to an hour to provide as much detail about your business as possible. Now, that's common sense, right? But you're watching this video because you want to rank higher in Google. If that's the case, let me share with you these mastery techniques. In terms of Google, mainly the keywords and links are absolutely important because Google is limited in terms of what it can analyze. So therefore, when you provide all your details, particularly business description, make sure that you're providing your description, which is common sense, but use keywords that is important, that you want to rank for. Let's imagine you're a locksmith in Houston. Then locksmith in Houston, these two keywords are important. Additionally, if you're providing emergency locksmith services, then the keyword emergency becomes important. So therefore, add that within your description, but make it short. Follow Google guidelines in terms of what information you can put there. Let's press on the gear icon. With Google My Business, you can always press on learn more as to what you can do. Sometimes the help section provides you the best practices and so on. But at the end of the day, never you treat Google My Business profile as a way to just include keywords for the sake of Google rankings. Your Google My Business listing must be designed for real people. Make sense? Like focus on them. Your business description obviously then will be natural for them. Such as, ABC Locksmith Services has been providing, emergency locksmithing. Remember to use synonyms or variations of the keyword you're targeting. Locksmith and locksmithing is related in terms of Google analysis. Make sense? Services could be service, servicing, solutions, all these. So that means if I say, define to me to Google, I actually always do this when I work on the website. In fact, working in SEO field has improved my English unbelievably because I focus on many different keywords to understand what it is. And there is other tools for keywords that you may think, I'd like to go and analyze the keyword you're targeting. The keyword you're targeting. You know what it means. You're the business owner. You're a professional in what you do. But in English language, using different words is very important in terms of Google as to what the word means. Can you use variations? Can you use synonyms and so on? That's why in everything that you do regarding Google, including your business, you need to learn to use those keywords along those lines. Make sense? Now, another way to rank in Google Maps in 2019 or before is this. Reviews. in my previous videos, I've shown to you the importance of it. Makes sense? So therefore, in this video, I'm gonna make it a little bit more worthwhile for you and share with you different insights, such as this. Let's take a look at my valued client's business here. Some things will be blurted out for privacy reasons, because for RankYa profile, I actually don't focus on Google My Business listing, right? But my valued client does. That means you, as the business owner, you're definitely gonna get reviews for your Google presence on internet, right? But when you do, remember this, you need to hit two birds with one stone regarding reviews. And this is how you do it. Someone has provided a review. Obviously, don't just go in there and say, thanks, John Smith. We need to take it a notch higher. In a sense, when you reply, make it personal. Thank you very much for the customer, as the natural things that you do. But in terms of Google, this is how you need to start thinking. In this scenario, my valued client should be replying along these lines. If a service is, I blurted the screen out, but I can read it for you. Excellent service and installation, very happy customer. So therefore, John Smith has provided a review for this local business. And now the business owner needs to go in and reply. We can say, thank you very much, John Smith. We're looking forward to providing great service in the future for you. We can do that. But we want to rank higher in Google. If that's the case, we need to then start saying, okay, how can I reply to that review that not only caters for my customer service part, such as how you communicate, but also use some keywords in that reply in such way that Google can also understand it, and thus rank your website higher, as in, rank in Google Maps higher as well. In this scenario, let's imagine it's a locksmith. I could say, thank you very much, John Smith. We were delighted to install new locks for your house, as an example, and we're always happy with getting feedback from our valued customers such as yourself, so that we can improve our emergency locksmith services in Houston. So therefore you could include that in your reply. Make sense? Emergency locksmiths in Houston in that reply, knowing later on that Google will also analyze that presence on internet for you. Make sense? That's the RankYa mastery that you need to start using to rank higher in Google Maps. Now, is that the only thing? No. Some people will tell you, you know what? Go and upload photos, place some geotagging information, and Bob's your uncle. The people who say things like that, they're rather retarded. When I say that, I shouldn't say that. But when I say it, I actually think like that. Because they're selling you information which is recycled and rewashed information. You don't do that. First, if you want to upload photos on internet, that's great, right? And you should, whether it's Google My Business, whether it's your website. Let's imagine that a valued customer of mine is thinking, you know what, I'm going to upload some photos. If that's the case, you need to now say, okay, the photos that I'm going to upload should also have some information, right? Let's say this. Let's open this up. Right click, go to properties. Here, when you upload photos on internet, learn to use keywords within the file name. Learn to obviously not spam. Let's imagine Locksmith Services in Houston. Well, I can't name this image Locksmith Services in Houston, thinking, you know what, I want to rank in Google, that's why I want to use these keywords because RankYa said to use them. You don't want to do that. Instead, be thinking on a different level regarding Google. That means if this image is related to locksmith and in Houston, then I would use some keywords in the file name. But if it isn't, then I wouldn't. Makes sense? I could say, as an example, let's imagine this a photo of your business outside view, or a project you've completed at your customer's house, as an example. Let's imagine that's the case. Let's say locksmith business. Okay. Let's say outside view of a locksmith business in Houston, as an example. We're saying, okay, this image shows the outside view. Then now we can use keywords in a different manner, in a more natural manner. Then we can right click and say, okay, what else information, what other information can I put in here? You can use titles, subject, tags, comments. For JPEG images, you need to start using these techniques. Why is that? Because there is no one magic bullet in terms of Google rankings. It's everything combined to complex algorithms that Google has. Okay, I have a video that shows you how to include, links and so on regarding the image, right? But if you say, you know what, I'm capable to use Photoshop as an example, if that's the case, open your images in Photoshop and say, okay, I want to take it a step higher in terms of optimizing content. Remember, when you think of images or text or videos, anything you put on internet, it's just content. So then file info information will give you further options to put for your business regarding that image as well. Some people will say, you know what, it's not proven that EXIF data improves everything. That may be the case. It may not be proven because some things will not be proven. What will be proven is when you follow these insights, you'll be ranking higher in Google, including Google Maps. And then what the insights that I share with you right now will definitely make your rankings go higher. Now, another way is this: to optimize your presence on internet. You can visit RankYa blog, check out local business markup. Now, in 2019, one may say, oh, all this stuff like structured data is not important. Local business information is not important. Some other things are, and so on. Don't think like that. Because if it's just going to take you 5-10 minutes to populate these details and put them on your website regarding your local business, then why not use them? You can also use has tag attribute, which is a property for structured data for your local business. Describe what you offer following RankYa optimization techniques as well. And use structured data. And don't never listen to people saying, oh, you know what, that's not important, this is not important, that's more important, this is less important. It doesn't work like that. Now, let's wrap it up. Your Google My Business listing has to be done professionally. Then, when you're replying to reviews, make sure that you cater for customer service. That means you provide great replies instead of one-liners. And in your replies, learn to naturally squeeze in some important keywords and variations or synonyms of the keywords you're targeting. Then comes the post. You can put posts using Google My Business, right? When you do, follow the same techniques. You can see some examples that is made available by Google. In your posts, same thing apply, such as using keywords more intelligently. Then within the post, you can include links when you include links, don't just link to your homepage. You can link to your contact page, about us page, and so on. Make sense? Or you can even take it one step further, saying, you know what, here's the directions within the post to our locksmith business in Houston. You can even use that in the link, knowing that Google follows links. Now, the next thing is your online presence. Don't follow the advice given to you by some retarded SEO people, because they're following spam techniques that is against Google guidelines. Google has for many years provided information regarding what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. What you should be doing is all the right things for people, not for search engines. That means you're not out there trying to find, some secret formula to rank in Google. All the secret formulas you're learning can be found on RankYa YouTube channel, because I've invested many years learning about Google and website optimization. That means when you end up creating profiles externally, which you can, there is many different places. Local, popular. Remember this keyword, popular. Yelp is popular for local businesses, right? It's a global brand, Yelp. So then go in Yelp, create a business profile. Take your time when you create those profiles. Most things will be the same everywhere on internet for your business, such as business address, phone number, services you offer. But description on those profiles you create externally needs to be different, so they're not the same. Make sense? So trying to make them original, unique on each different websites that you go and present your business in. In my example, it's Yelp. There are hundreds of them. Don't make an honest mistake to hire some service provider who's going to do that for you with one click. Because if you do that, then Google will catch you out, because Google algorithms are advanced. And link schemes are that. If you end up buying services for backlinks, then that's against Google guidelines, because you're trying to manipulate your rankings and you're violating Google guidelines, and that's the last thing you would want to do. Make sense? So be very thoughtful in terms of what you're doing for your local business to rank in Google Maps in 2019. And don't follow the advice of some so-called SEO experts telling you, go and get citations, use different IPs, go and create many different local profiles, and get backlinks to your site. Yes, market your business. That's the key. That's the mentality that we need to have. We market our business. That's not against Google guidelines. That means if I'm providing profile on Yelp for my local business, then I am marketing my business. So therefore, the mentality I have is not to, create the business for the sole purpose of Google rankings. Make sense? That is absolutely important. Or else, Google, not being in Google can destroy a business. With my valued client, we basically worked for 6 months to get their business reapproved by Google AdWords, because some of these so-called have basically, nearly bankrupted the business. Local guaranteed option for US, some businesses, Google local guarantee, that's very important. Because you can do many things with it. It's a badge provided by Google for some certain businesses. So if you fall within that category, you definitely need to check this out. Go through a verification process for local service ads as well. So take advantage of what Google offers you. Next, remember that let's say this another valued client of RankYa, we've put up a new site that's optimized now, right? In 2019, we need to start thinking everything mobile. Remember, mobile friendly does not mean mobile first index. Just because a site is mobile friendly in 2019 doesn't mean anything. Surely it's better than non-friendly, but mobile usability is something very different. And what it is how people interact on your website using their mobile devices. I'm actually going to create a course on that. Perhaps you may check RankYa YouTube channel later on. Also, on your website, you see, this is the temple for any type of Google rankings, including Google Maps rankings, because your Google My Business listing will be tied to your website and your business. If that's the case, you definitely need to optimize your website to be really efficient and guide Google to understand what you're offering. You can conduct audits using F12 on your keyboard using Chrome, and when you look at audits, surely almost all websites can be improved. That's no problem. A tip that I can share with you is, you know what, go and use incognito option, because then the data shown to you will be more accurate. Okay, so if you're running audits to see, you know what, can I improve my website? Of course you can improve your website. There's two ways to optimize a website. That means there's two ways to SEO. One is you do the normal things such as title, description, linking, using keywords, but not like people teach you, but rather how RankYa teaches you. Because you need to take experience advice. And the advice I share with you is coming from experience. That means don't follow the amateur techniques such as, you know what, keywords here, but optimize your images following RankYa methods. Optimize your own page, yes, but also go in and start saying, okay, what else can I do for your business? You know what, can you include structured data for your local business? Yes, you can. When you do it, follow RankYa insights, because everything is working together in terms of Google rankings. Your Google My Business listing working together with your Yelp or Facebook description, or your YouTube channel if you have one. Your website, everything on it regarding your business details, keywords, images, videos. That's why you need to optimize the front end, which is the normal stuff, very easy. But in 2019, it's not good enough to just have a mobile friendly site, but you need to make your website run faster. And that could be rather tricky, so I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial. But you use incognito window, go to audits and start running orders to say, you know what, can I improve my website? And I've just optimized this website, and we'll see what happened now. Your servers, usually you don't need to go and change servers, but you know what, if you're not getting any results that your business deserves, then maybe it's smart to start saying, okay, is my server really slow? Can I invest in a better web hosting, knowing that your online presence is built upon it? Makes sense? So this is looking reasonable. Performance can always be improved. And run 2-3 tests. Don't just rely on one, okay? So this particular website is actually optimized. In terms of SEO, this is rather really basic, what the audit shows you in Chrome, because SEO isn't just these two things. SEO score is just these two things, right? It's more than that. Then go and use Google Search Console. I know you want to rank in Google Maps, and I'm trying to share great insights with you. And I don't want to confuse you by saying go and get citations, or just get some service to automate all this and you'll be ranking in Google Maps. Okay? It doesn't work like that. You need to follow the best practices. You need to have your website optimized. When you're marketing your business on other sites, and there are hundreds of them, local business directories, where you're living, there may be a popular website whereby people go and visit. Remember that keyword, where people go and visit. Because if people don't visit and you end up trying to get backlinks or improve your Google rankings coming from low quality profiles, then that's not going to help your Google rankings. Make sense? So always think, you know what, can people find me on this external site? If so, yes, my business needs to be in there. If that's the case, create unique description of your business, provide details for your business, optimize your website. Great. When you reply to reviews, you definitely need to reply to reviews anyway, right? But when you do, then start thinking, okay, how can I make the review work better for me and for my valued customer? Makes sense? That means include some keywords there as well. When you're posting stuff, make sure that, use it. When you do, then every now and then, remember, you can direct people to your website, to different pages. Contact page, about us page, services page, home page. Makes sense? Diversify that link pointing back to your site coming from Google My Business or anywhere on the internet. When you upload photos, take advantage of using keywords within the image file name. Using Windows, you can right click an image, go to properties and provide a bit more information regarding that image. Go and visit RankYa blog, because I have samples for adding structured data for local business. Use that information. Optimize your website. On the front end, using RankYa methods, you can do that in 5 minutes. But technically, you definitely need to check out advanced tutorials by RankYa to optimize your website better. Make sense? Like improve the speed of it. Use F12 on your keyboard to see how your website renders on different devices. Yeah, you can run audits, that's no problem, but you know what? The simple method is just visit your own website on your mobile phone and start interacting with it, knowing that people will find your website not just on your homepage, but they will land on your blog post. They may land on About Us page for the first time. They may land on services page. If that's the case, go and visit those pages. And you know what? Run tests to say, okay, I'm imagining myself as my customer. When they come to a particular landing page, what do I show? And how would they interact? What do they see when they land first? Make sense? And remember, RankYa teaches you the best of core knowledge. Definitely subscribe to RankYa YouTube channel. And some of these so-called Google SEO experts trying to stay away from their really uninformed insights if you want to see better results on the internet. Meaning in 2019, the people who were saying you need to write 1,000 word articles, that's not going to happen anymore. So they're being called out. But obviously, as always, they end up saying, oh, Google changed their algorithms, updates. Makes sense? So don't fall victim to silly information. Makes sense? So Facebook, if you're not using Facebook for your local business, then that may be of interest to you as well, okay? But when you create information on Facebook, if you have an account, then your services, About Us information, what you put out on Facebook, all this information should be done following RankYa methods as well regarding rankings. Surely your Facebook profile is for you to communicate with your ideal customers, reaching them through Facebook. So I have insights for Facebook advertising as well. So when I say provide information, that's regarding links, about page, you know what? Go in there, spend 5-10 minutes, just like Yelp. If you were creating a profile on Yelp, Facebook business page is basically the same, right? So I can show you this. As you can see, I'm linking to my homepage, but every now and then from the posts, I may link to different articles, as in blog posts. Therefore, Google follows links people share what I put out, and Google follows those external links as well. As long as it's done naturally and slowly with a goal of rankings and improving your business profits, you need to think long term. Give yourself, 3 to 6 months to a year to say, in 2019, I'm gonna take this person's advice and do things right. That means put out content, put out blog posts, answer questions, slowly grow your business. Because when you do, then I promise you this, there is no way in this known world your competitors can outrank you in Google if you follow RankYa methods. I thank you very much for learning with me. I know I bombarded a lot and I talk fast because I want to share a lot of information, and creating these videos takes a lot of energy and time as well. So I would definitely appreciate your like for this video as well. And I'll talk with you in the next video session.